From the vastness of the void, the alien fleet observed Earth. The planet had always been a curiosity, a death world with a penchant for chaos, populated by a species infamous for surviving the impossible. For centuries, Earth had been a subject of galactic study, but this night, something unprecedented captured the fleet's attention. Aboard the Illuminarch, Commander Vern's iridescent scales shimmered with unease as bursts of color and light erupted across the surface of the blue-green world. Explosions of red, gold, and green rippled through Earth's skies, their patterns erratic, yet strangely captivating. "Analysis!" Vern barked, his voice a low hum that reverberated through the command deck. Officer Zix, a gelatinous being whose form pulsed with faint bioluminescence, floated toward the console. "Commander, we are detecting rapid energy surges in multiple Earth locations. The power signatures are unusual." Vern's eyes narrowed. "Weaponry?" Zix hesitated. "Possibly. The bursts lack destructive impact, but contain significant energy. They may be a display of dominance, primitive but effective in psychological warfare." Vern paced, his claws clicking against the deck. "Primitive or not, such a resource could fuel our fleet for decades. If this is human weaponry, we must neutralize it before they turn it against us. Prepare an extraction team." Zix wobbled nervously. "Commander, I must remind you that humans have a history of unpredictability." "Then we'll proceed with caution," Vern said, his gaze fixed on the glowing world below. "We strike before the humans realize what we've taken." Hovering above New York City, the alien fleet launched its first wave of stealth drones. Designed to blend seamlessly into the environment, the drones descended into the city, their cloaking mechanisms adjusting to mimic reflections of the bright lights below. On the ground, chaos and joy reigned. Crowds filled the streets, bundled in coats and scarves, cheering as fireworks lit up the night. Food carts served steaming hot dogs, couples clinked glasses of champagne, and children waved glow sticks. The aliens, however, saw only a species recklessly exposing itself to an arsenal of explosive devices. "Target located," one drone transmitted as it hovered near a pyrotechnics van parked beside a river. The van brimmed with carefully labeled boxes, Roman candles, starbursts, rocket launchers. To the drone, these were clearly stockpiles of human weaponry. The drone extended its extraction arm, carefully lifting a crate marked Sparklers. The box emitted faint crackles of light, which the drone interpreted as a containment breach. "Warning, volatile payload. Extraction required." Nearby, pyrotechnics engineer Max Carter noticed the movement out of the corner of his eye. He frowned, turning toward the van. "Hey, who authorized—" The drone froze, its sensors locking onto Max. Interpreting his approach as a defensive maneuver, it emitted a high-pitched whir and jetted away, the crate dangling precariously from its arm. "Hey!" Max yelled, chasing after it. "That's not how you handle fireworks." The next few hours brought more strange incidents across the city. Drones tampered with fireworks displays, siphoning off rockets and mortars, and in some cases, triggering premature detonations. At Times Square, a rogue drone accidentally ignited a pile of sparklers, creating a dazzling but chaotic scene. Max, now joined by his team, pieced together the pattern. "Something, or someone, is messing with our setups," he said, pacing in frustration. "It's too coordinated to be random. These drones aren't ours." "You're saying someone's stealing our fireworks?" asked Kelly, a fellow engineer, as she stared at the scorched remains of a display. "Not just stealing, tampering," Max said. "Whatever it is, they don't understand how fireworks work. If they keep messing around, they're gonna blow something up." "Should we call the authorities?" Kelly asked. Max shook his head. "We're the pyrotechnics crew. If we can't handle this, who can?" Meanwhile, aboard the Illuminarch, the alien commander reviewed the stolen crates with growing concern. "These weapons are unconventional," Vern admitted, staring at the array of devices the drones had delivered. "Explain." Zix poked at a Roman candle, which sputtered weakly, ejecting a harmless burst of light. "Commander, these devices seem designed to self-destruct. Perhaps they're human prototypes. Vern snorted. Humans are known for their unorthodox methods. Prepare to study their deployment. As the fleet analyzed their spoils, Max and his team prepared a counteroffensive of their own. Armed with spare fireworks and an assortment of rigged contraptions, they laid traps across the city. On the streets of New York City, chaos crackled like the fireworks yet to be launched. Max Carter, now joined by his ragtag crew of pyrotechnics engineers and curious onlookers, devised a plan to protect their precious fireworks. Across the city, similar groups rallied to their own causes, ensuring the night's spectacle wouldn't be ruined. "All right," Max said, kneeling beside a crate marked Sky Blasters. "If they want fireworks, let's give them fireworks." Kelly raised an eyebrow. "You're suggesting we fight drones with explosives?" Max grinned. "It's poetic, isn't it?" As another cloaked drone approached a riverside display, Max and Kelly crouched in the shadows, holding a hastily modified Roman candle launcher. "Target incoming," Kelly whispered, watching the shimmering air where the drone's cloaking device distorted the view. "On my mark," Max said, lighting the fuse. The Roman candle erupted with colorful bursts, one striking the drone directly. Its cloaking shimmered and failed, revealing a sleek, alien design. The crowd around the river gasped and then cheered, mistaking the strike for part of the show. "Did we just," Kelly began, "take down a drone with a Roman candle?" "Yup," Max said, his grin widening. The drone wobbled in the air before retreating, sparking wildly. Above, aboard the Illuminarch, Commander Vern's scales dimmed in frustration. "Report," Vern barked. "Commander, we've encountered unexpected resistance," Zix said, wobbling nervously. "The humans appear to be using the weapons against us." Vern's tail lashed. "Activate defensive protocols. We'll escalate as necessary." Unbeknownst to the aliens, humans across the city began improvising. In Times Square, an elderly fireworks enthusiast nicknamed Firework Fred rigged a display of sonic boomers to go off at the first sign of drone interference. When a drone descended near the setup, the sudden explosion sent it spiraling, careening into a giant LED billboard that proclaimed, "Happy New Year." Elsewhere, a group of teenagers on rooftops launched bottle rockets at drones, yelling, "For Earth," as they did. The drones, overwhelmed by the unpredictability, reported back to the fleet that humans were actively deploying their arsenal. "It's worse than we thought," Zix said, replaying footage of sparklers and Roman candles. "The humans have created decentralized weaponry systems. They're using celebratory rituals as a cover for their arsenal." "Cunning," Vern growled. "Prepare the fleet for extraction. We'll seize the remaining stockpiles and retreat." At this point, it wasn't just the pyrotechnics crews noticing strange behavior. Amateur astronomers had spotted lights in the sky moving in coordinated patterns above the city. Conspiracy theorists flooded social media with posts about alien involvement in New Year's Eve, most of which were dismissed as jokes. But when Max saw a massive triangular shadow moving across the clouds, he realized the problem was far bigger than malfunctioning drones. "Kelly," Max said, nudging her shoulder, "tell me you see that." Kelly looked up, her jaw dropping. "Oh, come on. We've got UFOs now?" "Focus," Max said, already devising a plan. "If they want our fireworks, we're going to give them the best show they've ever seen." Max gathered fireworks crews across the city, relaying his plan via hastily written texts and frantic phone calls. The idea was simple. Lure the fleet closer to the ground by concentrating fireworks in one location, then set off a massive synchronized display to overwhelm the aliens with light, sound, and chaos. "We're making a fireworks honey trap," Kelly asked, her voice skeptical but tinged with excitement. "Exactly," Max said, setting up a row of titanic skybursts. "Let's show them what New Year's is really about." The fleet, following its cloaked drones to the concentrated stockpile of fireworks, descended over the Hudson River. Drones scanned the area, confirming the presence of hundreds of fireworks crates. "Commander," Zix reported, "the humans appear to have consolidated their arsenal. It's the perfect opportunity to strike." "Proceed," Vern ordered. As the fleet moved closer, The humans activated the first wave of fireworks. Roman candles, mortars, and sparklers filled the air, dazzling the night sky. The alien fleet hesitated, trying to assess whether the explosions were an attack or a display. Then Max's team set off the grand finale. A synchronized burst of sky titans, sonic booms, and starbursts lit up the sky, the explosions creating a cacophony that sent the fleet into disarray. The aliens, overwhelmed by the sensory overload, misinterpreted the display as a high-intensity defensive barrage. Drones spiraled out of control, and the fleet's shields flickered under the onslaught of light and sound. "Retreat!" Vern bellowed, his voice barely audible over the chaos. "The humans are more dangerous than we imagined." The Illuminarch shuddered as the alien fleet's cloaked ships scrambled to retreat from Earth's atmosphere. Inside the command deck, Commander Vern paced furiously, his iridescent scales dull from stress. The human arsenal had proven far more overwhelming than he had anticipated. "Report!" Vern barked, his tail flicking with agitation. Zix floated uneasily beside the commander. The humans deployed an advanced sensory attack. Light, sound, and what can only be described as vibrational concussions rendered our drones and scanners ineffective. We are unable to extract the weapon stockpiles. "Did we confirm the humans used these fireworks offensively?" Vern asked, his voice low and menacing. "They seemed celebratory at first," Zix said hesitantly, "but their intensity escalated in response to our presence. It appears they are multi-purpose weapons designed for psychological and visual dominance." Vern clenched his claws, glaring at the planet below. "Humans are more devious than we thought. We must regroup and reassess." Back on Earth, the mood was triumphant, though few realized just how close they had come to an interstellar confrontation. In Times Square, the grand finale of fireworks lit up the sky, drawing cheers from the crowd. For Max and Kelly, the night's chaos had been a strange mix of danger and exhilaration. "You really think they were aliens?" Kelly asked, as they packed up the remnants of their makeshift defenses. "I mean, what else explains the drones and that massive ship?" Max said, pointing toward the faint triangular shadow retreating into the clouds. "It's not like the military was running drills." Kelly chuckled, holding up a Roman candle. "If aliens wanted fireworks, couldn't they have just asked?" "Next time," Max said, grinning, "we'll build them." Aboard the Illuminarch, the alien fleet hovered just beyond Earth's moon. The drones, battered and malfunctioning, were recalled for repairs, their fragmented recordings offering the fleet only partial insight into Earth's bizarre fireworks arsenal. "We have underestimated humanity," Vern growled during a council debriefing. "Their unpredictability makes them dangerous." "Dangerous or ingenious," Zix suggested, their bioluminescent form pulsing softly. "What if these fireworks are not weapons, but something else entirely?" "What else could they be?" Vern demanded, his voice tinged with skepticism. "Perhaps they are cultural displays," Zix said carefully. "Humans have a history of unusual behaviors, expressing dominance, celebration, or unity in ways we do not comprehend. If these fireworks are symbolic rather than practical," Vern's eyes narrowed, "then why deploy them in such numbers?" "To share their power," Zix offered, "or perhaps to unite their kind." The council deliberated Zix's theory, debating whether humanity's fireworks represented aggression or festivity. Finally, Vern made a decision that stunned his officers. "We will make contact," he announced. "If these fireworks are symbolic, they may offer insight into human culture. We cannot afford to misunderstand their intentions." Zix hesitated. "Do you believe the humans will respond peacefully?" Vern's scales shimmered faintly. "I believe humanity thrives on chaos, and if they perceive us as allies, they may share the secrets of their power." Back in New York, Max and Kelly were packing up when a shimmering light appeared above the Hudson River. A sleek alien craft descended, its hull reflecting the city's vibrant skyline. A hatch opened, revealing Commander Vern and a nervous Zix. "Humans," Vern began, his voice amplified through a translator. "We wish to parley." Max froze, the Roman candle in his hand nearly dropping to the ground. Parley. Zix floated forward, their form glowing faintly. We have witnessed your fireworks and seek to understand their purpose. Are they tools of war or something more? Kelly stared, dumbfounded. Wait, you're saying you thought fireworks were weapons? Were they not? Vern asked, tilting his head. Max burst into laughter. No, they're just for fun. They're how we celebrate the new year, new beginnings, hope, that kind of thing. The aliens exchanged baffled glances. You mean the explosions are recreational? Zix asked. Yeah, Kelly said, grinning. They're loud, colorful, and exciting. That's the point. To ease tensions, Max and Kelly invited the aliens to join the New Year's celebrations. Standing on the riverside, Vern and Zix watched in awe as fireworks lit up the night sky. The bursts of color and sound reflected off the water, and for the first time, the aliens began to understand humanity's strange yet compelling traditions. Humans use destruction to create beauty, Vern mused. It is remarkable. Kelly handed Zix a sparkler. Here, try this. Just hold it and wave it around. Zix hesitated before taking the sparkler, their gelatinous appendage shimmering as it held the glowing stick. The sparkler hissed and crackled, and Zix's form pulsed with delight. It is magnificent. For the first time in his long and storied career, Commander Vern found himself marveling at humanity's ingenuity, not for their military might or technological prowess, but for their creativity. Standing on the banks of the Hudson River, surrounded by cheering humans, he witnessed the grand finale of New York City's New Year's fireworks. Explosions of light and color lit the sky, and the sound reverberated through the air like a symphony of controlled chaos. Commander, Zix whispered, waving their sparkler, I believe we may have misjudged these humans. Possibly, Vern admitted, his voice softer than usual. They have a unique way of turning destruction into celebration. Back aboard the Illuminarch, the crew gathered nervously as Vern addressed them. Our mission has changed, he declared. The humans' fireworks are not weapons. They are symbols of unity and hope. It is our duty to bring this concept back to the fleet and beyond. The crew exchanged uncertain glances, but Zix floated forward confidently. Commander, I propose we integrate their methods into our own traditions. Fireworks may strengthen our bonds and inspire cooperation among our people. And how do you suggest we acquire more of these devices? Vern asked. Zix's form glowed with excitement. The humans have already offered to share. They seem eager to teach. Max and Kelly, now unofficial ambassadors of human culture, hosted a crash course on fireworks for the alien crew. In a hastily organized display on the fleet's observation deck, they demonstrated the basics of setting up and launching fireworks safely. This one's called a comet trail, Max explained, holding up a brightly colored rocket. It's simple, but the effect is beautiful. Kelly handed Vern a lighter. Here, give it a try. The commander hesitated before igniting the fuse. The rocket shot into the air, exploding in a cascade of silver and blue sparks. The alien crew gasped, their scales, gelatinous forms, and crystalline exteriors reflecting the light in mesmerizing patterns. Incredible, Vern murmured. It's as if the stars themselves are celebrating. Inspired by Earth's traditions, the alien fleet decided to host its own New Year's celebration. Using the knowledge shared by the humans, they organized a grand fireworks display visible across the galaxy. Invitations were sent to neighboring species, inviting them to witness the fleet's newfound appreciation for humanity's creativity. On the appointed night, alien ships from countless worlds gathered near the Illuminarch. The fireworks display began with a synchronized launch of colorful bursts, accompanied by music transmitted from Earth, a playlist curated by Kelly, featuring upbeat anthems and traditional New Year's classics. This is extraordinary, Zix said, their bioluminescent form pulsing with joy as they watched the explosions. The galaxy will never forget this night. The galactic celebration marked a turning point in humanity's reputation among the stars. Once viewed as chaotic and unpredictable, humans were now seen as ambassadors of hope and creativity. Earth's fireworks tradition became a symbol of unity, adopted and adapted by species across the galaxy. Max and Kelly, now celebrated as cultural icons, received an invitation to attend the Galactic Council's first interstellar New Year's Eve party. They stood alongside Vern and Zix as the Council's chairman, a towering, feathered alien, declared the event a resounding success. "Inspired by Earth's fireworks," the chairman said, "we have found a new way to connect as a galactic community. Let this be a reminder that even the simplest traditions can bring us together." Months later, Earth received a surprising transmission. The Illuminarch broadcasted a recording of the alien fleet's latest fireworks display, which now included unique elements inspired by their own cultures: bioluminescent bursts, floating holographic patterns, and sonic reverberations. At the end of the broadcast, Zix appeared on the screen, holding a sparkler. "To our human friends, thank you for teaching us the beauty of light and sound. May your fireworks always light the stars." Back on Earth, Max and Kelly stood on the same riverside where it had all begun, watching the broadcast with pride. "Think they'll ever beat us at our own game?" Kelly asked with a grin. "Not a chance," Max replied, lighting a Roman candle. "But let them try." As another year began, humanity's influence spread across the galaxy, not through war or conquest, but through the simple joy of fireworks.